Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Life with Ty. Did you guys miss me? I know y'all had to share me with interviews that I was doing and everything else. So this week's episode is going to be a solo dolo episode about situation shits. Not situationships, but situation shits. Let's get started.
You've got Ty on the line on her podcast. So what's on her mind? And for you now, you are listening to Ty on the line. You've got Ty on the line on her podcast. So what's on her mind? And for you now, you are listening to Ty on the line.
I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on my depression before we get started. I have been doing a lot better this week. I decided to sign up for the gym. I also got my cap and gown, which made me feel so much better. And I just decided I'm going to do everything that I can to be positive and kick this depression. So I feel like those two things were me taking the steps in the right direction. I think everybody who talked to me about it, who slid in my DMs, the conversations that I've had, the people who called me or text me, and people who y'all don't know how much I really appreciate and love when I get messages about people relating to my episodes or people relating to the things that I say, because the whole purpose of this podcast is to remind you that you're not alone. We all go through those things. We all have those times in our lives where we feel like that. So the feedback that I got was amazing, and I'm so thankful that I did this episode. And you guys know, as always, you can always write me on Instagram, Facebook. If you have my number, you can text me, call me. I'm always down to talk to you guys. And I just want y'all to know, you're not alone. I'm here for y'all. That's the whole purpose of this whole thing. So I'm happy for all the feedback that I got back. I really do appreciate you guys. I know I say that every episode, but it is because I truly do. And I'm going to be all right. We getting better. As we continue Social Worker Appreciation Month, this week's spotlight goes out to Brenda Lopez, who is my field instructor. Now, for those who aren't aware, in order to complete your bachelor's in social work, you do have to do a 400-hour internship. And during this internship, you basically volunteer at a place that provides social services. Now, Brenda is an MSW. She is also the social services coordinator at Caridad Center, where I volunteer at. Caridad Center is a free clinic for the uninsured and undeserved families in Palm Beach County. They provide dental, medical, and vision services for free. The place is mostly run by volunteers, from the doctors to the nurses to the social services volunteers and things like that. So Brenda has a similar operation in Puerto Rico that also provides home health services. They do everything from wound care to mental health counseling. They provide medical supplies, food, clothing. Brenda's seen the need for this service in her community and decided to take action. She's going on 2 years now, as I believe, and we also do plan on her taking me there next summer for us to be able to see it. So I just wanted to give a huge spotlight out to her, because she's not only making an impact here in America, but she has also used the tools and the knowledge that she's gained to take back to her country and create the same type of services. So that's pretty dope. This week's tea is Yogi Honey Lavender Stress Relief Tea. And I'm going to go ahead and read the little messages, because Yogi does that. It says communication, build it, share it, and spread it. And then the other one says the essence of life is to communicate love. That's so funny how they both are the same thing. But the honey lavender tea goes down so smooth. It tastes so good. It's made with herbs such as lavender, chamomile, and lemon balm to help relax the body and unwind the mind. Some benefits include eliminating inflammation, balancing moods, and healing the skin. Like I said, this tea is really sweet. It makes me feel so relaxed. I didn't need much honey because there's already honey in it. And if you decide to like have a cup before bed, because that's what I did, it really did help me sleep. This is a good tea like after a very stressful day, or if you have like bad anxiety and you just need to calm your nerves. Like this is definitely on the drinking again list. And I was a little nervous because it says lavender. So I was like, I don't really know how lavender would taste. But it tastes really good. Like I really do recommend this tea. Situationships, for those who don't know the definition, I'm going to go ahead. I made a definition for y'all. So situationships is more than friends with benefits, but less than an official relationship. Basically, I want you, but I want to do me too. Not really looking for someone, but if someone better come along who I'm 100% sure about, I'd rather be with that person. I mean, you could be that person, but I don't know yet. So I don't want anything serious, but I want to spend a lot of time with you, especially if you handling that. But if you want something more, I gotta go because you're doing too much. So that's basically a situationship. Now, I was in a situationship for like 2.5 years. But I know what y'all thinking, like, really, Ty? I know. But the thing about it was I honestly, like, to God, I did not know. So for some people who don't know, like, I was in a relationship for 4.5 years, right? Once I got out of that relationship, the dating world was 100% different. Like, dating was just so different. Like, when I met the person that I was talking to after that, like, dude asked me for my Snapchat instead of asking me for my number, which I thought was so weird. But apparently, like, that's how things are. Like, people ask you for your social media first and then they ask you for your number. I don't know. So like, we was rocking with each other, and then we started dating for like 8 months, and then we broke up because remember I told y'all I went through a little crazy phase or whatever. So we broke up, and then we got back together after 3 months. Now, in that time span when we got back together, it was like, you know what? We're going to get back together. We're going to work on being better for each other, because at first we kind of just rushed into everything. So, we was taking our time, like dating each other again. We were going on trips. We were doing every and anything, like under the sun, boyfriend, girlfriend stuff. So I thought that's what we was doing. You feel me? So then we're like a year into this situation shit. And I'm like, yo, so what's up? What we doing? Like, I feel like, everything has been good. We haven't had no issues. Like, we on the same page. We was talking about moving in with each other. I'm telling y'all, like, the whole freaking 9. I'm not even joking. And dude was basically like, what you mean? Like, you already know what it is. I had already told you what was up. And we stopped talking. Like, just like that. And I was like, damn, well, okay. And we never spoke again. Like, we never spoke again. And that was that. Now that I'm looking back on the situation, I'm like, okay, there were so many like red flags that I didn't see. Like, he was basically a UFB. And what a UFB is, and there's also UFGs out there, is basically an undercover fuck boy or undercover fuck girl. So as I'm looking back on the situation, I started to make a list for y'all of some things that you can do. Like, if you see within a person that you can identify with, or identify as, I should say, really, a UFB. So I got about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 factors. Y'all could go ahead and grab a little pen and paper so you can see if the person you are talking to fits any of these categories. If they fit more than 3, then I'm sorry, you're dating a UFB or a UFG, and it's time to cut it. All right, so number 1, if they never call or text you between the hours of like 8 to 5, like during the day, if you don't get no good morning texts, and I'm talking about consistently, I'm sorry, it is what it is. If it's like always late night, it is what it is. If they don't bring you around their family after a certain time, I feel like a year is a good enough time to bring somebody around your family. If it's been a year and you haven't met them, sis, bro. If they say things like, I'm just chilling, not trying to get into anything serious, when you ask what y'all doing, if you feel like you're doing too much and not getting the same energy in return, like I mean, like if you're constantly pouring into this person, like you're doing everything and they just not giving you the same energy, like when you need them, they're not really there, or they're always making excuses for things. If they disappear for days and reappear like nothing happened, no calls, no shows. Like if people disappear on you, that's definitely warning sign UFB, UFG, because somebody you really talking to or somebody you really deal with, they do not disappear for days. Like one day, okay, you may have had a busy day, but like 3-4 days, no. That is not okay. If they friends can't make eye contact with you, like when you see them, like they always kind of like on some, I don't know, standoffish stuff. I feel like they be doing that because they know you're not the only one and they just kind of don't want to be too engaged. Like, no. And also, if you're out and you run into their friends, or if you run into the opposite sex, like for example, if you're a boy and you run into another boy with your girl, or if you're a girl and you run into another girl with your boy, like, and they don't introduce you as their girl, or they don't introduce you as their boyfriend, or they don't even introduce you at all, yeah, I'm sorry to break it to you, but definitely UFB, UFG. If they say things like we should chill, but never like gives you a date or a time, like doesn't ever initiate an actual date to be like, okay, this day we're gonna go out to eat, or this day we're gonna go to the movies, or this day we're gonna do that, nah, fam. When you ask them if they dating other people and they avoid the question, like they be like, what you mean? Like, why are you worried about that? Or what that got to do with anything? Like, when they ask you what happened, like let's say, like I said before, they disappear on you for a few days or whatever, and then whenever they hit you back up, you be like, yo, what happened? And they give you this long dragged out behind story. They be like, oh, they let go 3 people at my job, so I had to cover their shifts. My sister car broke down, so I had to take her to work every day, and my dog just died. Like, that's too much. Like, stop lying. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, I work 2 jobs and I go to school full time. Right now I'm doing my internship. If I want to see somebody, I'm going to make the time to see that person. Like, I don't care what people say. I hate that whole, oh, I was too busy, I was this, I was that. No, those are excuses. If you really want to see somebody, you are going to make the time to see that person. You are going to sacrifice the time and energy to see that person, like, because you really truly care about them, or you really want to see them, point blank, period. Y'all can slide in my DMs about that if you have a problem with it, but that's 100% how I feel. If they always on their phone, and then when they not on their phone, it's turned face down. Oh, where the sirens at? That's definitely a UFB or UFG. Like, what are you constantly on your phone for when you're with me? That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I feel like if we're together, like, you should not be on your phone. When I'm out to eat with somebody, or I'm out doing something, I put my phone in my purse, or I put my away. Like, I feel like that's so disrespectful, especially because we're spending time together. Unless I'm showing you something on my phone, or you're showing me something on your phone, I should not be on my phone constantly, and I would not be on my phone constantly, because I just feel like that's a sign of disrespect. And that's also showing like you just truly don't really care for that person's present. I don't know. That's just my opinion. And if they never initiate to take pictures, now, the posting the pictures on social media, I don't agree with, simply because I wouldn't post my significant other on social media unless we were married, because I was in a relationship where we posted on social media all the time. And when you bring social media into your relationship, like, you allow people to comment on your relationship, or if things go left, people are like, where they at, or what happened to this person. And I'm just a private person, and I just don't like to put those parts of my life on social media. So I don't 100% agree with, like, if that person doesn't post you, then that means that. I know right now in culture and society, that's how, like, everybody feels like that's significant, like, that directly draws, like, okay, that's my boyfriend, my girlfriend, because they posted me on social media. Like, no, I would never post anybody on social media unless we're married. But if they never initiate to take pictures, like, just to take pictures for you to have on your phone, like, if you miss that person, to look back and be like, oh, look at me and babe, like, look how cute he is, like, stuff like that. If they never do stuff like that, UFB, UFG, bro, UFB, UFG, like, that is now okay. And I know, like, a lot of people be thinking, like, well, it's like, the way that situationships affect people, it's like you're leading someone on when you know you have no intentions of being with them. Like, that's not okay at all. And I'm saying that on both ends, because girls, we do it too. Like, you know, you have the fool guy, or you have the guy who gives you money, or you have the guy that pays a bill here and there. Like, you are constantly putting that, you know, that intention in that person's head, or putting that hope in that person's heart that one day you're going to come around when you know at the end of the day you're not. Like, this boy had told me once, a girl knows within the first 5 minutes if they like a guy or not. And he was right. Like, you know, like, we all know if we really gonna like that person or deal with them. I'm just saying, if y'all don't want bad karma to come back around, then do not do that. Like, it's not okay. Like, situationships really mess with people because they feel like they're in a relationship, but they're not. For me, it's too confusing. Like, I don't understand it. Like, can I talk to other people? Can I not talk to other people? Like, if you ran into me with somebody else, would you feel some type of way? Like, do I text you back in a timely fashion, or like I don't? Can I disappear for a few days? And like, it's too complicated for me. Like, it's either we together, we're working towards being together, or we're not. Like, right now, especially because I feel like we're all grown. Nobody got time to be playing these games with y'all. Nobody got this time to be in this one foot in, what foot out. Like, if you want to do you, do you. Be single, do you. But do not be doing situationships. And then when people catch feelings for you, or people want to be with you, you be like, man, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. Like, I already told you from the jump. I cannot. Like, don't do it. And I'm not just ranting and raving because it happened to me. I'm ranting and raving because it's not right and it's not fair. And karma is real, and it's going to come back around. So, for this week, what y'all going to do as a challenge is to reevaluate your relationship if you're not in one, or if you're talking to someone, reevaluate it. I gave y'all them 12 steps, those 12 things to identify them. Go ahead and rewind the episode back to that area. Write it down if you need to write it down. Sit and think to yourself, does this person do this? Does this person do that? Do I feel like this? And y'all know, like, you know how they say side girls know that they're side girls? We know if we're in a situationship or not. I didn't know, though, only because, like I told y'all before, I really wasn't in the dating scene. And that was just my ignorance, I guess. I can admit that. But in all reality, just reevaluate it. Just make sure that you and that person are definitely on the same page, so you are not wasting your time, because that's one thing that you can never get back. And we're only getting older. Like, I get it. People may not be ready to be married. Like, I'm not ready to be married tomorrow. Right now, I'm single. I don't talk to nobody. I'm doing me. But I also do not want to waste my time. So when I come to that time in my life, like, I'm like, all right, cool. I want to talk to somebody, or I want to be with somebody, or whatever. It's going to be on some real stuff. And if we don't work out, we just don't work out. But it will not be because I was playing games, or I was doing this on the side, or anything like that. And for me, I'm real quick to cut somebody off, because if your intentions don't align with my intentions, you going to waste my time. And that's something I can't get back. I don't got time for that. As always, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Real Life with Ty, or you can email me at reallifewithty@gmail.com. You know I'm always down to talk to you, so you can hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, or my email. And as always, thank you so much for listening and tuning in to Real Life with Ty. Holla.
You've got Ty on the line on her podcast. So what's on her mind? And for you now, you are listening to Ty on the line. You've got Ty on the line on her podcast. So what's on her mind? And for you now, you are listening to Ty on the line.